And I would always hear them say, this roster would never work. And now we've lost 6 straight games. Let's blow this team up. I can't wait till this deadline. It's time to move on. Yeah. Selling ticks at Costco to get fancy seats. The beam is now gone. 6 straight, 87 points from our offense. What are we doing? Oh my gosh. And the Knicks didn't even play that great either. Good Lord, Cristo. I saw some people on Knicks Twitter and Knicks social media. They're like ready to cause World War IV with the way that the Knicks have been playing. Because, oh boy, if the Knicks got swept by the Kings, Knicks social media would be in shambles. Oh my goodness.
If the Knicks lost this game, I think Timothée Chalamet would have pulled Marty Supreme from theaters. I think he would have pulled the movie from theaters and gone all in on just being courtside to try and turn this team around. You're right. The Knicks did not play that good. They really didn't. Like the first 3 quarters, it was basically just DeMar versus the Knicks. Yeah. And then, man, we really experienced the Brunson burner. That guy came alive in the fourth quarter. He went off in the fourth quarter. He ended up with 28 points, and we felt big body Brunson.
Yeah.
I mean, DeMar DeRozan going ISO basically the entire game. We knew it wasn't going to... We knew it can't work for an entire game of basketball. He was on it, though. When you don't have Levine out there, no Keegan, no Monk, obviously DeMar takes up the number 1 option, the number 2 option, and the number 3 option.
And even the number 4 on days like this.
On a day like this.
On today, he wanted to show out for MSG, and just make it happen. I mean, he shot 26 attempts in this game. And it was 13 for 26, 1 for 7 from 3. And yeah, it was just basically just him. Anytime that he was in single coverage against a Knicks defender, he just saw barbecue chicken, and that's how he got 34 for a game high tonight.
Which it was barbecue chicken. He gets to his spots with ease and he scores. I mean, you can't blame him for doing what he does when he could score 34 on any given night. I mean, especially when he's, given the green light to shoot 20. How many times? 27?
Yeah, 26.
That's a bunch of attempts. So of course, he didn't really have any other help. I mean, we only scored 87. RT, are you wrapping your head around that number?
I'm wrapping it. It's he had about 40% of our points tonight. If I do the math right now, I guarantee you this is going to be around 40%. So
you might be at 39, 40%.
39. I'll say 39 just to be like on the side of it. But 34 divided by 87, 39%.
Hey,
you were right on it. You were right on it. Come on. That's just using math right there. But listen, 39% of your points come from DeMar DeRozan,
who's 37 years old, by the way.
And you don't shoot the ball that great. You shoot 5 for 30 from 3 tonight.
The King shot 5 for 30.
Yes,
I did not.
5 for 30 from 3.
I never.
5 for 30. That's unexcusable.
Unacceptable behavior.
Unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's malpractice. Russell Westbrook 2 for 9 from 3. 6 for 19 overall.
9 attempts is a lot for Russ, but
19.
I mean, someone's got to shoot him. Because without Monk and Levine, they that's 5 right there at least.
Jesus, man. I mean,
without Monk, Levine, Keegan, those are your 3 best 3-point shooters.
5 for 30, unbelievable.
Hey, Keanu
and we were in this game for 3 quarters with the Knicks too.
We really were.
God,
this would have been an absolute outrage in the streets of the concrete jungle if we won this game.
Dude,
Mike Brown would have resigned.
Oh yeah. What's the Bing Bong fellas would have came out and just asked for Mike Brown's head.
Oh, it would have been really bad.
Sideline, you get all the crazy New York fans, and then you don't want them against you, because if we've seen it in anything in New York history, I'm a New York Yankees fan, and I know this from pure experience. The fans will turn on players and owners and coaches like this on a dime. And
because they expect greatness.
They expect greatness. This is a city. This is the number 1 city. This should be number 1 in everything. Sports, economics, whatever the hell they want to decide, right? They take so much pride in being number 1, right?
And concrete per capita.
Yeah.
They want to be the leader in that too.
They do.
They want to have the most sidewalks in the city. That's what they want.
They want to be the city that never sleeps. They want championships. They want greatness. And when the Knicks, if you are competing in this game, because we were going into the fourth quarter tied 72 apiece.
Yeah, we went so cold. We only scored 15 points.
Yeah, 15 points.
Oh no.
And then
Deuce Mason on the halftime report, he basically said, "Hey, I love me some DeMar DeRozan in the midi. We know he's got that. He's been doing it his whole career, but we're not going to win games when DeMar DeRozan is just doing iso ball the whole. I mean, it's not going to work for a full length game. And but the thing is, we're not trying to win.
No,
we're not trying to win. But like, I would have liked to see the young guys a little bit more tonight. But hey,
I mean, yeah." And then we had an all veteran lineup close this game out.
I know. See
that's the part that frustrates me.
That one hurts a little bit. But I think Mark Jones kept talking about on the broadcast before the game started. He asked DeMar what his career high was in MSG, and he said 46. And Mark Jones kept saying he kept looking up to the lights, like envisioning that he could beat it. So when I was watching DeMar, because he mentioned that early in the first quarter, so I was like, is DeMar trying to break his record? He was on pace.
Yeah.
He was well on pace that entire first half. I think he finished with 22.
He had 22 in the first half.
Yeah, so then he just needed to duplicate that, maybe hit, one less foot on the line three, and maybe he would hit it. But it caught up to him, and he only got to 34, which obviously, like, 34 is still crazy. It's just...
I mean, any NBA coach can make a halftime adjustment and be like, double DeMar.
That's basically
it doesn't take a rocket scientist.
Yeah.
And he still had 12 points in that second half.
Because he was the only threat on our team.
Yeah,
really.
Exactly.
He was the only threat. Like that. I mean, Mike Brown was probably just like, "Hey, I coached this guy last year for a little bit. Let's just throw the double at him,
blitz him,
make him get the ball out of his hands." But yeah, man, that's just the way the cookie crumbled tonight. I think I would have liked to see more production out of the bench. I noticed. Yeah, Max didn't get too what was Max?
Max had 15 minutes,
and then Cardwell had
22, 10 rebounds for Dylan.
I know,
I'll take it.
Dylan had I think 10 in the third quarter.
Yeah,
I mean
that all day, and 2 blocks.
I thought he was gonna get the career high tonight, but yeah, we didn't play at the end of the game, so that wish for us was out the door.
The wish upon a star was gone.
RT, what did you hope to see tonight? And what did you see and what did you not see?
I saw some competitiveness. I thought for sure there were in that 3 quarters we kind of did have that same strategy where we would crash the boards against Cat and Mitchell Robinson. There was multiple guys crashing on the boards. And it worked for 3 quarters, but the main difference was in that first game versus the second game was Jalen Brunson. And that ultimately was the X factor. I mean, this guy he's always been in the running for Clutch Player of the Year. I think he won it last year, or no, he won it the last year or the year before. I can't remember.
I can't.
I feel like Brunson won it for some strange reason.
Maybe if he won it, then it was last year.
Yeah, because I'll check. But
but Brunson he
just has that clutch factor. He knows it's time. He knows exactly when it's time to go. Yeah, Jalen Brunson won it last year.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. But in that first game, obviously no Brunson. This game, Brunson showed what he has been known for doing in fourth quarters. He went wild, but it wasn't just him. It was even Mikal Bridges was making tough.
Mikal Bridges was making shots.
He's making tough shots in that fourth quarter.
Cat was making shots in the fourth quarter,
too.
So
everyone kind of woke up at the end of the game, and then they just went on a wild run, and then we were in a 4-minute scoring drought. And the thing that I saw tonight was just us going into our old ways of just whenever we play big teams, when the lights are brightest, we tend to give the minutes to the older guys. And I feel like Doug, I mean, that's just the way I see it. It's like, okay, we're playing up against a bigger team. Okay, DeMar and Russ, you guys are going to get the majority of the minutes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in all of the bigger games, it seems like obviously DeMar's not going to sit much, which I mean, it's not leading to wins, so it's not really an issue in the short term of the season. But I think a big positive is DeMar DeRozan I bet you there's teams that are looking at stat sheets and they're like, damn, DeMar put up 34 tonight in the Garden? I mean, I know his name's kind of cooled down a little bit in trade talks, but I think that like I said on the last pod, the silence that we're hearing around the NBA, it's much louder behind the scenes. And I really think, although this could be a complete dud where there's no big moves, there's nothing being made at the trade deadline, but maybe that's the time Scott Perry strikes. Maybe that's when we start to dangle in that fish wire over DeMar DeRozan and see what team bites. I don't know. I really think, who would not want DeMar DeRozan on their team if you're a competitor? Like, why would you not want that guy off your bench?
Because that could be a guy that can help you win the championship.
That could be, his clutch performance could be lethal. It could be crucial in a playoff series. Why would you not want that? Why would you not want like an automatic scoring threat? It just doesn't make sense for us to have him, but it makes a lot of sense for a team that's good to have him.
I'm nervous, though, because when I was listening to all the media people from Sam Amick to Matt George and all these other ones, I got nervous because what I heard was a lot of people are kind of dying. The trade talks are starting to die down a little bit, and the reason is because these contracts are pretty rough. When you have four guys such as Levine, DeRozan, Sabonis, and Monk as make up probably 70% of your team's salary, that's where it gets really hard because Scott Perry inherited that roster, and it's going to be tough for Scott Perry to make that move. And I'm hearing more and more rumblings of it going to be harder and harder to move those guys. And so
I feel like DeMar doesn't really follow in that category, though.
I'm nervous, though.
No, I'm seeing all that too. I'm
nervous.
I'm very up to date with what the local media is saying, and I think their skepticism, I think they might be proven wrong.
You think? Well,
I think at least one move will be made, and I think it's DeMar.
Okay,
because he's proving that he could help a winning team. There's a lot of teams that need that extra boost, and he could for sure give you that on any night. So I don't know. I think DeMar, and I really don't think he falls in that category of the bad contract because only $10 million is guaranteed. There's players making $10 million next year that are way worse than DeMar DeRozan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not the greatest defender, but you're not getting DeMar to defend. You're getting him to hit big shots and clutch moments to help you win playoff rounds. That's why you're trading DeMar. Zach LaVine, on the other hand, he's going to opt into that, 49?
Yeah, 45, 49 million.
Just call it 50. He's going to opt into $50 million next year. So, yeah, that's obviously tough to take on the books with all of the aprons and everything. You don't want to pay taxes because you're taking on a LaVine. I totally understand that, but DeMar DeRozan's only making 10 guaranteed next year. So you keep him on the books until I think it's like June or whatever, mm-hmm. and then you decide if you're gonna pay him the rest of the contract or not. I don't know why would you not take that swing?
Yeah,
and we're really not asking for a lot. I think we're just trying to get salary dump money. I think that's realistically what's going to happen because I think people that think that we're going to get a lot in return for these guys, like,
no.
There's no way. You're just going to get...
There's no chance we're going to get picks either.
We're going to get Trae Young type return.
Yeah, we're not getting picks either. Like, no chance. It's...
Like, people want us to attach our picks, but we're not going to do that. That's why Keon's getting rumored all the time. So, I don't know. My final take on the deadline, since it's just crickets right now, I think it's DeMar. And I saw one report that DeMar's camp was like not feeling a Warriors. Like, it just doesn't make sense for DeMar to go there. And then I saw this one rumor, Monk and Keon to the Warriors for Kuminga. I don't know how I feel about that because I think the Warriors would be way too guard heavy at that point. Then they would have to. But I think the Warriors are obviously the team that you have to keep an eye on because you still have Steph Curry on your team, and now Jimmy's out. They might try to maneuver away a lot of their extra guards on their team, and then maybe take on ours just to bring in. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah. So I think DeMar. I really think because DeMar, unlike Levine, unlike Sabonis, unlike Monk, DeMar doesn't miss games. How many has he missed this season?
I don't think he's missed any this year.
Exactly.
I don't think he's
the best availability No, sorry. The
Yeah,
best
best ability is availability.
Is availability.
Yeah.
Not the best availability is ability. Because he's got the ability, but his best ability is that he doesn't miss games.
No.
He doesn't miss games.
You don't.
He averages at least like 20 a game, and on a night where you need him to be the guy, he could be the guy.
Love it.
So now where does he fall? What team is in the mix right now that could take a guy that's guaranteed $10 million next year to help kind of give you... Why not New York?
New York could be a great spot.
Why not New York?
Then who would we get in return for Dom?
That's why I'm not the GM. I'm not the GM
either. We're just fans. We're fans.
We don't have the
unless it's a 3-team deal.
Yeah, we don't have the trade maker in front of us, or else then we could actually see what works and everything. But I don't know. I just think DeMar makes the most sense for a team in a wide open Eastern Conference. And then I think in the West, it's not like anyone could win it. I think there's tiers. I think it's like the first 4, the next 4, then the play-in teams, Mm-hmm. But in the East, it's like, I think it's wide open. I think anyone could beat anyone. If Detroit messes up, they could lose in the first round. New York, like RT said, RT thinks the Knicks could lose in the first round.
I have facts. I have evidence behind it. So
there's teams that this is a very, very good year for you to take some risky moves.
This is. You don't want to be like the Knicks and get bounced in the first round.
That would be detrimental.
That would be crazy.
If you stand pat at deadline time.
Whew.
Fan base would be unforgiving.
I mean, it's the track record for NBA Cup champions. And I looked this up, by the way. This is an actual stat. The last 2 NBA Cup champions, the Lakers and the Bucks, got bounced in the first round. So, and the Knicks were NBA Cup champions. So, does that streak continue? I have no clue, and I am nervous for Knicks fans because the way that they've been playing tonight, I didn't think they played that good at all. They needed a fourth quarter to get over this win.
Yeah, well, they needed a
fourth quarter to cover that game.
They needed a Brunson takeover in order to win that game.
Yeah.
So...
Cat's not it, guys.
My question for you, RT, is when you look at the roster, when you look at the deadline coming up, I know you're on the record saying it would be doomsday if we don't make any moves. So I want you to elaborate more on that. If we stay without a single move made, what are the implications of that in your eyes?
I just think that what that means is that, one, the trade value. And what I believe is that, like I mentioned earlier, the 4 guys that are the most on the block, Sabonis, DeRozan, Levine, and Monk, are viewed as negative trade assets. And that's what, not in just other people's eyes, but in the GM's eyes, like other GMs in the league, because of the contract and the play value and the style and how the fit works. That's what does scare me, because if that is the case, then you are going to be stuck with these 4 guys until their contracts run out. That is doomsday scenario. You want to get at least some value back. At least you want to go younger. I know that Scott Perry has been on record saying that he wants to go younger. And this is the time to do it, because the way that Sabonis is now healthy, DeRozan's always been healthy. I know Levine has missed the last 2 games, but he has a minor little tweak injury. And then Monk, I know he missed today because of a little injury he had in Detroit. But at the end of the day, you need to move these guys, because there are teams, like you said earlier, in the East and partially in the West, that are competing for playoff spots, that are competing for championships. That's number 1 priority. But I think what does scare me at all of this is that, 1, not only that, but 2, we haven't played any of the bad teams in the East yet. We haven't played the Brooklyn Nets yet. We haven't played. I know that Charlotte has been on fire as of late, and we haven't played them, and they're due to lose games and have their streak kind of slow down. We haven't had a chance to play teams like the Utah Jazz again, who are looking to tank. These are teams that are trying to viciously tank so that way they can get the value that they can. But the way that our November and December schedule was set up, we do have a nice gap. However, we could lose that gap very quickly in the second half of after the All-Star break.
So you're saying that the major implications are the fear of holding on to these contracts until they're up, meaning we have to keep these guys until until their contract ends up getting no one in return.
Yes, exactly.
So just basically just running it back until the contracts are up. That's one. And then the other is that if we keep this roster, we might win games that we don't want to necessarily.
Correct.
Yes. Okay. I completely agree with you. Yeah, that's why I think it is very important for the front office to prove all the Sacramento Kings media wrong, because I think although it may seem like we might not make a single move, like we could just definitely like lowball teams essentially just to move off the contracts. Like because like I really don't think, I can't even think of like the best case scenario of what we get in like DeMar or Levine trade. I do think with Sabonis we could get the most back. That could definitely help us moving forward. But I think with DeMar and Levine, that experiment just obviously didn't work, and we just have to eat that up. You know, by eat that up, I mean get back other contracts that just equal theirs, just to get them into different homes. Whereas Sabonis, I think he doesn't necessarily need to be moved at the deadline. I think they could work something out in the summer with him to go elsewhere. But I also think he out of the main contracts on our team, he might be the one that has the most interest by a couple specific teams too. So that's where but I'm not really liking Toronto's offer with Jakob Poeltl.
No, and especially with the injuries.
Yeah, dude.
The injuries that he's been dealing with.
And his contract is till 2030.
Yeah, his contract is ridiculous too.
You're basically getting another international.
It just feels like a swap.
Yeah, obviously Sabonis is much better than Jakob Poeltl, but I just don't understand how that could be the best player the Kings get in return. Like, you can't get RJ.
And RJ Barrett, I don't know. Like,
yeah, I mean, I would rather have RJ than Jakob, but RJ is another guy that's injured all the time.
Yeah.
And you're not getting Ingram, you're not getting Scotty, you're not getting Quickly.
Do you go back to the rumors where Ja Morant could be on the table too, even though he's said he wants to be here? Do you go back and say, you know what, Sabonis, we're going to do a one-on-one trade, a trade swap with Ja Morant, and that could be a possibility? Because in the Halliburton trade, it was exactly that, was a trade straight up.
And we were never expecting that. So that's why I think there's no rumors of that either, really.
No.
I remember we were kind of tied to Sabonis, but we didn't think it would be Halliburton at the time.
We thought it was Fox.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think if Scott Perry ends up doing something, it's going to be a buzzer beater decision. Just the way we're not. I look up Sacramento Kings rumors every day, and I'm not seeing anything.
I'm just not seeing anything either.
So I have to come up with my own.
Yeah, we both have to come up with our own. We hope that some way, somehow, one, that we, during this trade deadline, that one, it's fun for us and not only for all of you that listen, but two, it just gets our brains going and thinking about like the landscape of this league, thinking about the landscape of the next couple of years, because good Lord, this next couple of years could really change a franchise, whether you trade for pieces or draft correctly. The next 3-4 years can really change the landscape for teams in the NBA. So
for sure,
you have to really execute. And that's why I think Scott Perry needs to really focus on making sure that this trade deadline sets it up. It's Scott Perry's 6 pillars of effective front office dealing, right? And this is the first pillar, which is this year's trade deadline. Then the next pillar is this year's draft. And then you build on these specific pillars with trade deadlines and drafts coming up and off-season moves.
You're changing the pillars right now.
I might be. You know what?
Or just add to it.
Just add to it.
You just gave Scott 7 and 8 right there.
Yeah, exactly.
So more pillars to work with.
Exactly.
But Scott is definitely on the record saying, like, I am like all in on this draft. Obviously, and people are saying that this draft might be one of like,
it's so deep, man.
People are hyping up this draft like crazy. All the people on ESPN that cover college basketball, they cannot
oh my God
say anything greater about. And it's not just like the top 5. Like
dude, outside of the lottery, there's like a deep run of point guards.
Like at first it was like top 3. Like you're hearing about the top 3 obviously, but now you're hearing about like the top 5, and now it's like, okay, like
now it's the top 10, and then
it's like
and then the entire first round has incredible guys. Like a freshman from Arizona. I was watching the BYU Arizona game, by the way, last night, just to watch AJ DeBonsa. But
Can you tell the people what AJ dropped?
Oh, he dropped a tour. He shooted a tour date. 6 for 24. Yeah. 24.6 for 24. 1 for 8 from 3. 11 for 16 from the line. There was a crazy stat when AJ plays against really good defensive teams, his efficiency field goal rating drops, but against bad teams, it looks so good. So, but that's not the main thing I'm talking about. The one person that I want to give a shout out to when I was watching this game was Braden Burries. He is a freshman guard, 6'4", 29 points, and he had a game-winning block. Yeah, incredible. And he's going in like the 18th to 20th range.
And what about
18
that
to 22
guy
range.
from Illinois that dropped 42?
Oh yeah, that guy too. Yeah.
There's guys
It's
right now
cracked.
putting up insane numbers in college. Like stuff that we have not seen.
Andrei Stojakovic is balling too, but yeah.
There's a guy on his team, a rookie on his team.
Yeah. Keaton Wagler. Yeah.
That guy.
He's freshman, 6'6".
Dude.
Unbelievable. Hans Steinbeck is another guy too.
There's
Kingston Flemings, I watched him on Saturday. He dropped 42.
Yes.
Kingston Flemings is so good, and he's going to be the number one point guard in this draft. And if the Kings get him, I don't hate it, because you know what? That top 5 is locked up, because the top 5, no matter what, I feel like it's locked up with Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonsa, Cameron Boozer, Caleb Wilson, and then Kingston Flemings.
There's this
That's
other
why.
guy.
That's why I'm imperative. I'll finish up. I'll let you speak. I'll let you get what I'm doing. That's why I think it's so important for this team to get the worst record in the NBA, because you are guaranteed no worse than 5. That's why it's so important for this team to have the worst record, because the chances are you are guaranteed a top 5 pick no matter what.
Is that the worst situation?
That would be the worst situation.
The
worst.
No way we could
No way we go to 6 if you have the worst record.
If you have the worst record in the
in the NBA. Yeah.
Okay, well that's gonna be. I mean, right now
doable.
Right now it's doable, but there's there's gonna be some wild swings at the end of the season where teams just.
I mean, the Wizards won tonight.
That helps.
and they look pretty good.
Are we tied
too.
with the Pelicans now?
No, the Pelicans lost tonight. They played against the Thunder, so yeah. But they lost to only 9 points.
Are you seeing... Dude, that's actually kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Are you seeing the rumor of the Atlanta Hawks, instead of going for Davis, they go for Giannis, and then they give their pick, which is the Pelicans pick, to Milwaukee? Are you seeing that?
That would be insane.
Because instead of getting any young people, they could probably get Risa Shea and that pick, and maybe another maybe another player.
Maybe Porzingis. Yeah, Porzingis. Yeah, Porzingis' salary. Yeah,
but it's centered around next year's pick, which would be the Pelicans pick, which was most likely going to be top 3.
God damn.
That is how the Bucks need to be operating right now.
God damn.
Because Giannis in Atlanta with Jalen Johnson,
and then you could have your own pick too if somehow San Antonio makes the playoffs. And if you make the playoffs, you guarantee your own pick. So that way you have another pick and you can get a point guard to a rookie point guard to run your team, like Braden Burries or Bennett Stirs.
Yes,
dude. That is such a game changer move too. You have Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I know he has a big contract too. I don't know if they're going to move him, but Luke Kennard is another contract. So they have a lot of good contracts where they can move a lot of the guys. So
yeah, they could make the money match.
Yeah, they can match him. They can match him with Giannis easily, and then attach 2 or 3 first round picks.
Yeah, it's just the picks is what's gonna make the trade work or not.
Sheesh.
But it would definitely be centered around that Pelicans pick. They're we're only trading you to if we get it.
I know.
But man, that's the only other thing that I'm thinking might happen, even though Giannis is not asking out. I think Milwaukee's gonna just have to pull a Dallas Mavericks on Giannis, and that's the best situation, because Giannis doesn't want to ask out. He would rather get traded than ask out.
Yeah,
he would. That order of operations happen.
Exactly.
So
It's weird.
If I'm the Bucks, I'm calling Atlanta. I'm saying, hey, we could make the salary work with some guys on your team, But in order to get Giannis, like give me.
This
your
is what you
Pelicans.
got to do.
Like it's got to be centered around this.
Yeah, Jesus.
But even with that, I'm not happy. I want more.
Yeah, you gotta want more. You gotta want more. You gotta be the one that's aggressive in this spot.
Do you think Michael Porter Jr. is getting traded?
Oh, I think so.
Okay, I'm gonna say a list of guys that have been dangling in the trade deadline market for a while now, and I want you to tell me if you think they're getting moved.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously, so we'll start over again. MPJ.
Yes.
John Morant.
Maybe. He used to be a yes, but now he's a maybe. With the way he wants to stay in Memphis.
When did he say? I did not hear. When did he say that?
He said it like a week ago or something like that. He was going to media and just being like, "Hey, I want to stay in Memphis," and I think that the fans would want to do it. Now, say the other guy that's in Memphis, that's in trade conversations,
Jaren Jackson.
He might be the one that gets traded. He might be the one
after signing that massive. I mean, teams would trade for him.
He could. I think the Grizzlies could make a move for Ja, or that's why I say maybe for both. Okay. Because it's still kind of up in the air.
Okay, do you think Giannis will get moved?
It's maybe category. It's got to be something like astronomically big that we talked about earlier, where it has to be a very, very big deal where it's almost not the same magnitude as the Luka trade, because the Luka trade was just its own magnitude. But just like the way that Giannis is getting coveted, it's almost like the Kevin Durant trade, kind of in that degree where you get a lot of picks. You get
Phoenix got a great return for KD. Like they got an, I would hope Milwaukee gets more. But what about? Do you think Jimmy Butler gets moved from the Warriors? I'm hearing some things, but I don't know. I don't know
if he's going to get traded. I don't know.
That would be dirty. That would be
nasty
dirty
work. Just getting traded for at the deadline, then get traded away at the deadline.
That would be
nasty work.
Wild.
Nasty work.
And I didn't know this, but Jimmy and Mike Dunleavy played with each other. In Chicago. Yeah. So that's why Jimmy was like down to come to the Warriors, because him and Mike are tight. Yep. Imagine Mike just turns a blind eye and says,
"No, I don't think Mike.
I gotta prioritize.
I don't think Dunleavy's the guy to do it, though. I don't think Joe Lacob would be like, "Nah, Dunleavy, you got to make this move."
That would be crazy.
Dunleavy.
I think that would shock the NBA if Jimmy gets traded.
Yes, I agree. Bob Myers, I don't know what he would do in that case, but he's not the GM anymore.
I feel like you got to be loyal to Steph.
Yeah,
he's your guy.
Yeah, it's Bob Myers, dude.
Jimmy's only there for a year. Yeah. I don't know. That could be crazy. What about Zion? Do you think Big Z could get?
No, Zion. Pelicans have made it very clear they're keeping Z,
dude.
And by the way,
if I was Pelican,
Pelicans announcers, stop calling Zion Z. Like every time I watch a Pelicans game and you call him Z, like I'm sorry, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. A great for Zion, because like Zion's been with the Pelicans for all of his career, and I get it, but. Stop.
Wait, why do you not like it?
I just
called him Z.
It's just like.
Oh, I called him Big Z.
Yeah, like they just call him Z straight up.
You don't like that?
No, you just give it like Zion,
because
or like
nickname is
Big Z or something like that. Just it's something cool, or like I don't know.
So you don't like Big Z or Z because
it just sounds cliche, and the guy that announced it's got like just this monotone voice too, and it's just like. I don't know. It just reminds me of bad play from Pelicans too. So that also is like a big factor.
And probably because that you're like, no, Z is meant to be for Zaza Pachulia.
Z is meant for Zach Rudolph. That's who I think. Because Zebo. That's who I.
Zach Randolph.
I said Zach Randolph.
I thought you said Zach Rudolph.
No, I said Zach Randolph.
I was like, who's Zach Rudolph?
No, I said Zach Randolph.
Okay. Zebo. Okay. Who else?
What about Kuminga?
Oh,
he's got to be at this point, right?
I would be, if I were a Warrior fan, I'd be like, dude, this needs to stop. We can't keep having this guy. But they might be forced to have to keep him if I don't know. I think yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you think about?
There's a lot.
Here, you name some.
What about? No, I was gonna say LaMelo Ball, but the way that the Charlotte Hornets have been balling, nah. Let's see who else. Who else would be like on the big trade block? Oh, Andrew Wiggins. What about him? because he's been linked to some teams.
Miami, dude, they're just stubborn to make deals with. I feel like I don't think Miami's going to do anything. I mean, I would hope they would, but I'm not confident in the operation. I think Pat Riley's a little too stingy. Yeah, I can't really think of. Oh well, I guess our guys, Levine.
No.
DeMar.
Yes.
Sabonis.
If the Toronto deal happens, yes.
Toronto's got something cooking over there.
They do. What about Dennis?
No.
Monk?
No.
Keon?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want him.
But if it's something in return, you take it in ball, right? Get multiple first rounders. I don't care. Do what you gotta do.
I might cry if Keon.
Dude, I'm nervous. I'm nervous for Keon. I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous that our only move might be Keon.
I know that would be
so Kang's like behavior.
That would be the most Kang's thing of all time.
God.
To only move Keon.
And this is why we're the Kang Gang podcast too. We highlight Kang's moments in all of the 21st century.
The pod, if Keon gets traded, would be so. Just tune into that. If you're new here, tune into that.
Tune in, man.
I hope for the people that are not already listeners of this podcast, for their first introduction to us, be that podcast if that were to happen. Because I know a lot of people were not liking how me and RT reacted when Fox got traded, which you guys look wild for that, by the way.
Yeah.
I remember every comment. I remember everyone they were saying wild things.
It was just disgusting behavior, and now look at the Spurs.
And
now the Spurs.
People were like, Zach LaVine, dude. We should actually.
I'm gonna read these comments out. Read them out right now. I'll read them out right now because
that's the
way that you all have talked immense garbage about De'Aaron Fox, saying that he's not the guy, and in Johnny's words, somehow they're calling him like a jag in the way that we call John, like how Johnny normally says it.
Even Johnny was happy.
He was the one that was happy about Levine in the first place too.
In our group chat, he was excited about Levine.
Oh my God.
What?
I knew this was a disaster when we didn't get any of the picks in return or Castle. Good Lord. All right, I'm going to read some of these comments. There's 64 comments here. So... Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Say the @ and then.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Oh no!
I'm sure there's some that are like pro Fox, but I'm curious what.
Oh Jesus! Oh, this one. iCuz. This is just disgusting. A top 5 point guard doesn't give up 50 in a game 7. Y'all need to stop the glaze. Greatest day ever in Kings history. Mini DeMarcus and his me first attitude are gone. Fox was never him. Y'all couldn't just see it. What? And there's 6 lights to this? What?
Keep going.
Oh my God. And then this one, Michael Benty, 5383. Geez, take off the Fox colored glasses. Yes, Fox carried us through some tough off times, and FO was shit for most of it. So Fox didn't have much help along the way, but now he has a lot of help. He's been playing through injuries for what seems like 2 years now, and he seems to be on the decline. This is the part that I'm
on the decline.
Ready for this part right here? He is the most uninspired star I have ever watched this past year and a half. Spurs should have given up more, but Kings really need to move on. He wasn't making the team trend in the right direction. What? Anyways.
Dude.
Oh no.
Keep going.
No.
This is very entertaining.
This one, John C. You are Kings fans, but even know Sabonis is the best pair. Look for the shock Pikachu faces on these guys when the Kings start winning games. Levine is no joke when healthy, and he is healthy this season. And look what happens then. Averaging under 20 points per game and being the least healthiest next year. Yeah, good job, John C. You predicted that one pretty well, buddy. Chaotic V. No, Fox is not all that. Relax, man. Oh God, Fox, it's not all-star. If Fox was an all-star, San Antonio would give us a good return. He's shooting 32% from threes. Please be realistic. We are realistic. It's Tony Fauci, 9963. It's really not that crazy. It is crazy when we're this bad. Oh gosh, let's see. This one's crazy too. Oh, this is where it gets good. Okay. Oh, Levine. So you already know this is probably Levine's burner account, by the way. It's not a good take, in my honest opinion, that Fox was the best player on this team. It feels a little dramatic. Domas is better. Demo has been playing better than Fox and Malik as well, in my honest opinion. P.S. Levine, this is where it gets better. Levine is a better player than Fox, too. He is a better scorer in all zones, a more powerful, athletic. I'd rather have Zach LaVine. Plus, this team wasn't playing well with Fox anymore. Trust the eye test. They were playing much better without him on the floor in the month of January, and when he was on the floor, the team looked confused. Honestly, I think he was so used to being the best player on the team for a long time that he wasn't able to adjust being the second or third best player on this team in terms of consistency. And then it just keeps going on and on and on, and just like, this is where it is right here. It's fine to be sad when a friend moves away or a breakup happens, even if it's for the best. I recognize that that's mostly what is happening here with so many Kings fans, so I'm trying to be sympathetic, but I'm really excited when I see so many sad faces. It's a little frustrating. In time, I think people will come around. I just wish people would separate these emotions from evaluating the trade. Yeah, we are using our emotions here. Zach LaVine sucks. He sucks. He sucks. Kings. This one. RMA Superfly. Kings fans in heavy coping. Your team has been not into the playoffs in 16 years before Fox arrived, and this is the only half healthy year of Levine in almost 6 years. Oh man, this one. PXKLSN. Y'all got to be the biggest Fox fanboys ever. He's not even that great. Good Lord. Then how is he doing on the second best team in the West?
Yeah, he's doing pretty good now.
Doing pretty good.
He looks good to me.
Looks good. Oh man, that's it. And then it's just a bunch of replies.
Oh my God.
Here we are, a year later, and this is what happens. And all this could have been avoided if we got Stephon Castle. That's the crazy part. Or picks.
Yeah, or if we got their pick for
this year.
Dylan Harper pick.
Dylan Harper would have been so fun to have on the Kings. And now he's on the Spurs. Putting up backup efficient numbers. And he's also on the Rising Stars game.
Oh, that's another. Okay.
Oh my God. Can we talk about Max? Can we talk about Max?
We're calling it after this.
Holy shit.
This is malpractice at its finest. Whoever is on the committee for rewarding any of these guys needs to be fired immediately. Apparently, Maxime Renault is like number 6 in the rookie rankings this year. Number 6, Ryan.
Yes.
One outside of the top 5. And guess what?
He's not even in the game. He's not even in the Rising Stars game.
They're not even giving him an invitation.
No.
Are you kidding? Not even.
What are we doing?
Not even a name who's on there.
Bub Carrington?
Oh wait.
Oh no, that's last year. That's last year. I was like, oh okay.
Wait.
Cedric Howard, Igor Demim, VJ Edgecombe, which I'll give to
VJ
him.
Edgecombe for sure.
Jeremiah Fears, Cooper Flagg, Derek Queen, Colin Murray Boyles, Con Knipple, which I'll give.
Yeah, Con.
Trey Johnson, who I really like, so I'll give it to them. Well, I'll give it to him as well. And then Dylan Harper.
Okay. Colin Murray Boyles is good. Don't get me wrong.
Yes. But has he had a better season than Maxime Renault? No.
Dylan Harper, we get it. He's pretty good too. But
Igor Denim? What?
I would put him over Jeremiah Fears.
I put him over Jeremiah Fears too.
I think that's the one.
What?
But
Jeremiah Fears is just like they put him in because he's a lottery guy.
Yeah. I think
give a second rounder some love. Jesus.
I think it shows how good a draft is when you have people that are outside of the lottery.
Like, look at the second years that are in this draft, right? Jalen Tyson. I think Jalen Tyson was a second rounder. AJ Mitchell was for sure a second rounder. Cam Spencer and Jalen Wells. Those were all guys that were basically in the second round. And
Was Jalen Wells a second rounder?
I think Jalen Wells was the second rounder.
Yeah, see, I think they missed the mark on this one. I think because the Kings are at where they're at. Well, actually, you can't even give them that because the Pelicans got 2. Well, Derek Queen deserves it, but
Derek Queen's a dog.
But they gave them 2, and they're the worst team in the NBA. We're above the Pelicans, and we didn't get 1.
By half a game though. Let's be honest here.
But like, I think you could have split that up. Like, obviously, Derek Queen gets it over Fears, and put Max over. That's just my unbiased opinion.
Yeah, that is my unbiased opinion.
Yeah,
too.
we're not biased over Maxime right now or anything.
Yeah, but when you're 6th in the rookie rankings and don't make a Rising Stars roster,
I think
then
Hoops Hype posted it.
Yeah,
on Twitter. Hoops Hype.
I mean, Hugo Gonzalez got snubbed too, so that's another guy that got like snubbed. By the way, I think
Hoops Hype posted the top 10. Can you read the top 10?
I'll read the top 10. I'll find it though. It will give me a minute, but yeah, I'll just have to really kind of.
I know one of the Kings people quote tweeted it.
Yeah, I'll just have to find it. Maybe Alan Stiles did.
It might have been him
or Matt George. I probably will say Alan Stiles probably re-quote tweeted it. So
yeah, I'm curious who.
This is it right here. Okay. Yep. So this was a week ago. Christo. Maxime Reynaud was 6th.
Okay, say for number 1.
Con Knupel, Cooper Flagg, VJ Edgecombe, Derek Queen, Cedric Howard, Max at 6, Igor at 7, Caleb Love at 8. That's another guy that they missed out on because Caleb Love is good for Portland. He's been good at Arizona too. Shout out to him. And then Jeremiah Fears at 9, and then Dylan Harper at 10.
Oh, they don't even have Derek Queen in the top 10.
No. Derek Queen was 4. Derek Queen was 4.
Oh, okay.
I said Derek Queen.
So they didn't put Trey Johnson.
They didn't put Trey Johnson, which I was kind of surprised by.
I mean, Trey Johnson's had some great games.
He's been having great games the last couple of weeks.
I don't know. It's always tough. It's always tough.
Yeah.
Well,
dude, look at this. Look at this right here.
I'm not watching the All-Star weekend this year.
No, we're skipping that.
There's not one Kings representation. Well, obviously with our record, but
I mean,
I was excited to see Maxime. I was excited for it, but I guess I'll be doing something else that weekend.
Yeah, I will be doing something else that weekend. I have no interest in this All-Star weekend.
During All-Star weekend, we're gonna have Drew Absher on the pod.
Oh, let's go.
He's gonna be doing a show at Mojo's, he's gonna be hosting
trivia at Mojo's.
He's gonna be hosting something at Mojo's, and he wants to do it with us first.
Let's go.
And then just to kind of promote it and stuff.
Yeah, so that'd be funny. Is he gonna just do like a?
It's called Sports Ball.
Yeah, Sports Ball.
Remember,
trivia.
He was telling us about it on when we had him on the pod in the summer, but he's bringing it back.
Let's go.
At Mojo's. So
let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna have him on soon.
I'm excited.
But that's what we'll be doing.
I'll take that though.
Watching the All-Star break, because
you know what
they did to our boy Max is wild.
Yeah, disgusting behavior.
Absolutely, just nasty, horrible work right there.
Yeah. Well, Drew Absher, we'll see you soon.
Yeah, we'll see you soon, buddy. All
right.
We'll also see you guys on the next one.
Yep. And then we play the Sixers, so our streak might go to 7. So, yikes.
Very possible.
3rd time this season that we might go to 7 games in a row.
Oh God. 3rd?
Yeah, 3rd.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you after the 7th. We're not going to be VJ, or will we?